The trade I've been telling you about for the last week has finally come about. I've entered in my position, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to play it going further. If you enjoy the videos, make sure to like and subscribe because there'll be plenty in the future. Let's get into it. If you'd like to learn my full crypto strategy and the exchange that I use, check the description below. Starting off here, we're on the 4-hour time frame, as many of you guys would have already seen. I'm actually going to completely clear the chart and we're going to go through everything now. As you know, we've got the 3 push wedge. We've made this push higher, and what you guys haven't seen is right in here, we finally broke this higher, is which I was waiting for. 4-hour time frame, what we did, we actually broke higher, we came down, we actually retested this area, and now we're pushing higher. We've actually made another push that's above this push. So again, a very bullish move. Let's get closer into the time frame and actually look into the 30 minutes, which is one of my favorite time frames to trade. Let's just scroll out a bit to see this full move. So we can see here, this was the first push, then we came down, and then this is the push where we came higher. You can see here that we made a beautiful little retest of this high. We got a wick down as we pushed through, and then we had to come down, retested this area, push through price, make sure that that was an area that we were going to consolidate and actually push higher, and bang, I was entered in my position. I was interested in my position above here, and I got in at $1,200. I think it was $1,201. So this is my entry price right in here. So for now, I'm extremely happy with my position. Where I initially was going to have my stop loss, let's actually get into the position, and while I was even super confident to buy in straight away. On the 30-minute time frame, if you scroll in here, if you've seen my course and watched my videos, you would know I love the one-to-one measured move strategy. And what the one-to-one measured move strategy is I use a series of either bull or bearish trend bars being strong bars, big bars with small wicks, such as this bar here. Even this bar here does have a bit of a wick, but the bar is extremely big. Same as this one, extremely big in comparison to the wicks. Now we can actually see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull trend bars all in a row. And you would know that if they're after 3, that increases the probability by a big margin. And what I'm always interested in is the probability. So we can do a one-to-one measured move straight off of this. How do we do it? We get from the bottom of here, we use the rectangle, we do to the top. We go from the body to the body. We don't worry about the wicks because that's what we're interested in, the bodies. We control C, control V, and now we drag this on top, and we basically got a one-to-one measured move of the bodies of 5 strong bull trend bar candles. Now, how do I play this position? My entry point is I'm interested in here. So 12.21, but I got in a little bit early because we broke through it and I already saw these bull trend bars. So where would my stop loss be in a position as such as this one? I'm going to use the same color as this. I'll actually use the same line. My stop loss would be below, let's put it in red, would be below the first series of trend bars. This is where the series began, and I'll put it right below. If we break below that level, I'm not interested in my trade because the bears would have shown me that they have enough momentum to push through this massive momentum. 5 candles in a row, all trend bars is very hard. As you can see, look, if you look to the left here, we got 1 big trend bar, but see, to get 5 in a row, you can see here we had a couple, but this is a doji, that's a doji, trend bar, doji. It's hard to get 5 in a row. So we've got our stop loss down here. We've entered in here, ideally entered in here, even better, we've entered a little bit below. Where's our profit target? The profit target is at the top of the one-to-one measured move that we extended. Now let's make this green to see our profit target. And straight away, we've got a trade. We can put in our one-to-one, our risk to reward, and we can see that we basically have a one-to-one risk to reward because there's a 1 move here and a 1 move down, and we entered a little bit early. So we'll probably have a 1.5 risk to reward. But what I'm super interested in is that we have great probability, and the probability is actually increasing as we move to the right because you can see, look, we got, even though that's probably closer to a doji, that we're getting 2, 3 strong bull bars all moving in one direction, and they're just continuing in that momentum. So this is the trade. This is a short-term trade that I'm currently looking at. Just going back quickly to the 4-hour time frame, you would know that where I'm actually interested in is getting up here in this triangle apex. I'm going to perfectly draw it, but I'm interested in this triangle apex area for my longer-term trade if you've seen my last 2 videos that I posted. But for now, I'm just looking for a nice leverage trade where I can get in, get out, take my profit, and then ride an unleveraged trade all the way up to that $1,800 level. This is my current trade. So how are we looking at it right now? Are we going to move our stop loss? How are we going to do stuff? Right now, this is my entry and we're a good percentage above. You can actually see that we've made a push, we came below, and we made another push to the upside. You can see that this is actually, we've actually trended up, came down, and trended higher. So this is the last swing low position. Let's just get rid of this. This here is the last swing low position before we made a new high. So if you're using a trailing stop loss strategy, the best way to actually do this is now actually bring my stop loss up to here. And now you can see, so let's keep it there for a second. Before my risk to reward, that's my entry. My risk right before was 4.63. So right now in my trade, I'm risking 4.63, but I can actually move my stop loss up because that's the last swing low position. Again, if we were to go bearish on all of this move through here and push below, that would signal to me that there's a lot more bearish signal than bullish signal. Right now, it's actually signaling the opposite, where this is actually very strong. We're getting very small pullbacks on the bear, which is absolutely fine, but we're getting fast and big moves in the bull cycle, which is getting me the most excited. Doing these small little moves, it needs to happen. Trading's not going to move 100% every 10 minutes. As you can see, by moving my stop loss here, I've massively reduced my risk. Before it was 4.7 and now it's 2% total. That's more than half my risk has been reduced because now we can actually move it as the trade is progressing. If we were to get a position and actually see our total risk to reward right now, my risk to reward on this current trade would actually be a beautiful 4.12, which is my always goal, is to have at least a 3 to 1 risk to reward. Right now I've got a 4.12 risk to reward. Perfect trade, great probability, high profit potential. That's all that we're looking for in the market. You don't need to be trading every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds. I might need to hold this trade until tomorrow, which is completely fine. That's not a problem with me because I'll be collecting some of the funding rate. And you know what? You can go do things. You can go out. I'm going to go play a game of golf. I need to keep myself healthy, mentally fit, and then we can come back to the market fresh on a Monday and absolutely crush it. So I hope you guys enjoy the weekend, have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and check the description box below if you're interested in anything extra.